Hello, Scorpio. Welcome back and Happy New Year. This is your yearly reading for 2026. This is for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, or Rising sign, depending what you resonate best with. Let's have a look at your yearly messages. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. And remember, Scorpio, these are general readings. If you'd like insights into your own personal situation, you can contact me via the links below for private readings. Also, Scorpio, if you want to know what's happening for you in 2026 to make sure that you get the messages that are for you, make sure to contact me via the links below. If you're interested in learning tarot, you can also head over to Alkemystica, where we share esoteric knowledge and courses on learning tarot. Those links are below. Scorpio. So we are going to have a look and see month by month what's happening for you in 2026. Then we'll have a look generally to see if there's any messages that come through. Then we'll have a look at the overall theme, overall message for you for 2026. Scorpio. Scorpio. Messages for Scorpio 2026. Okay, Scorpio, let's go ahead and decode these messages. So at the beginning of the year in January, there could be something that you're growing, something that you're growing in, something that you're expanding in. For some of you, if this is a work situation, this could be something that you're growing at work, something that you're getting more information, you're becoming more knowledgeable, you may be becoming an expert in what it is that you're doing. This could, for example, lead to promotions or a bonus. This also has to do with teamwork. Teamwork, working together with groups, working together with coworkers, working together to get things done. This could be projects that you're having to work with your coworkers at work on, for example. For those of you dealing with relationships, Scorpio, this could be working together in a relationship. Working together to find a solution to some issue, to build some kind of strong foundation. Because Scorpio, this is going to be working together essentially to build some kind of stability, build some kind of foundation, build something that's going to be long lasting. So whatever this is, if it's work, if it's relationships, there's some kind of growth here. There's some kind of building stage that has to do with relationships, has to do with working with other individuals, and has to do with cooperation, teamwork. Scorpio, for those of you that are singles, you may find a partner, a person through networking. So if your question happens to be, am I going to find someone? Where will I find somebody in January? This could be, for example, through networking, through social connections, through coworkers, through groups of people. In February is going to be a month of introspection. I'm seeing introspection. I'm seeing self-care and intuition. Scorpio, your own energy is coming through here in February. So you're going to be very tapped into your own energy in February, very in tune with your emotions, in tune with your intuition. It's going to be a highly creative month, a highly sensitive month. I'm also picking up empathy. The energy around you in February is going to be one of compassion, of empathy, of tuning in to who you are, of listening to yourself, listening to your body. For those of you dealing with health things, anything health-wise going on, it's going to be important for you to listen to your body in February. You're going to be very in tune with yourself, very in tune with the energy around you. So intuition is going to be highlighted. For relationships, again, coming back to intuition and emotion, you're going to feel very emotionally connected to someone. And this could be even on a soul level, Scorpio. It's going to be something very deep. So make sure you listen to yourself in February. In March, this could be a new idea. Some kind of new idea comes in. This could also be a level of focus that you have. You're focused on doing something. You have a plan to do something. This could be a new idea. Scorpio, I'm also seeing communication. Communication is going to be important, especially being direct. If there's something you need to say it. No beating around the bush. Be direct, be upfront, be honest, and just say something. Also, for those of you dealing with any kind of communication, any kind of contracts, for example, if this is your situation in March, make sure to get things in writing because communication, again, is going to be important. In April, I'm picking up a lot of healing energy. A lot of healing. I'm also picking up between March and April. This could be some kind of something long distance here, long distance communication, or something in which you may be talking to somebody in a distant place, talking to somebody that's far away. This could also be communication that has to do with healing, expressing yourself, talking about emotions. Scorpio, some of you may be talking through your emotions as a way of healing. I'm also picking up journaling for some of you. If you're recovering from something emotional, to write this down, to journal. And this is going to be therapeutic. This is going to help the healing process, some kind of healing process. In May, very interesting energy in May, because we go from some healing energy here into an energy that is not so healing, not so therapeutic. The energy in May is going to be one of restriction, addictions. This could be temptation. Scorpio, for those of you, if you're in this situation at the beginning of the year that you're healing, you're recovering, you're in recovery for some kind of situation where things are starting to look good, things are starting to look positive. If you're in this situation, especially in relationships, if you have some kind of previous relationships, thinking about an ex, thinking about a relationship or a person that maybe you want to be with, for example, or if it's something financial, dwelling on money or thinking about money, some of these tendencies could come back in May. So if you're trying to heal from a situation at the beginning of the year, watch out in May because some of these tendencies could come back. They could come back. They could start to haunt you. And by June, could leave you feeling essentially trapped. Between May and June, a feeling of being trapped or feeling limited or feeling not good enough, or this could be limiting beliefs. For those of you on healing journeys, some of this energy is going to come back and it's going to come back heavy. It's going to come back to haunt you between May and June. So be aware of this. This could be a weakened time of the year in 2026 in which you feel weaker. You may feel that at the beginning of the year, things are looking up, things are looking good. You have your life back on track. But some of this limiting belief or some of these doubts or some of these bad habits or some of these addictions or even feeling trapped in a situation could start to creep back up on you between May and June. So just be aware of that energy and try to stay focused on the future because in July, there's some kind of breakthrough here. There's some kind of vision, some kind of plan, something that you see moving forward that could bring you out of this darker energy, could bring you out of these feelings of maybe not feeling good enough, or not feeling that you can do something, that you can handle something, that you can break free of something. So by July, I feel you'll have this forward-thinking movement once again. You'll have this vision towards the future, leaving some of this older energy or some of this negative energy behind. Scorpio, for those of you in relationships, it could be specifically a person that you're focused on, because I'm seeing in August, there could be a specific person you may be looking towards or thinking about, especially for those of you in relationships. Again, there could be something with an ex. If some of you are dealing with exes, moving on from a relationship in which you're focused, you have clarity, you're ready to move forward, falling back into some kind of older pattern or older energy, which you may be looking again towards this person towards the summer months, towards July and August. Scorpio, for some of you, this could be financial. Also having to get rid of some limiting beliefs you may have about finances, about money. And some of you may be looking towards some kind of stability, some kind of more situation, some kind of situation in which you're stable, in which you're secure. Scorpio, for some of you, if you're dealing with a person, a specific individual, some of you may have someone in mind by August. This person could be a person that also wants some kind of relationship, a person that is mature enough to handle a relationship, a person that is dedicated to commitment, somebody that wants to commit to something that is going to be long term. So for those of you in or starting relationships in the summer months, July, August, there could be a possibility here of someone that's going to be mature enough to handle a long-term relationship. For those of you in relationships, this could be the next milestone of the relationship. This could be the next stage. For example, if you're a couple, this could be getting married. If you're already married, this could be buying a property together. This is going to be something that's going to solidify even further the ties that you already have with that individual. And if it's going to be financial, Scorpio, this could be something with a financial advisor. This could be investments, or talking with a banker, or talking with somebody about how you can start to invest your money, how your money can start to work for you. By September, there's going to be a wake-up call here, a wake-up call, some kind of awakening, some kind of rebirth, or a call to do something. This could be your higher purpose. Scorpio, for those of you in these relationships, if you're dealing with a relationship in which you may fall back into some kind of bad situation or negative situation, September, the energy is going to be favorable for you to break out of that situation, for you to break out, for you to move forward, because the energy is going to be good for you in that month for that to happen. If you're in some kind of stuck situation here between May and June, by September, the energy is going to prompt you or propel you to move out of that. There's going to be some kind of call. This could be literally a message from a higher being, some kind of message, some kind of higher calling, something that you feel called to do, or some kind of wake-up call. Something that says that now it's time for you to wake up. It's time for you to move forward. Moving into October, Scorpio, even though you may feel burnt out, you may feel tired, you may feel exhausted, there's still some energy that you have. There's still some reserves that you have comes October, that you can still fight. You're still in some kind of fight. Not all is lost. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling, again, coming back to some of these limiting beliefs or limiting energy, or feeling restricted, October could be the month in which you feel that you're ready to give up, or you feel overwhelmed, but you still have some energy, some fighting energy within you. It also could be a month in which there's some kind of block here. The block is that you may not feel supported. You may not feel that you can continue to move on. It's as if you're being beaten down, or you have been beaten down, and there's 1% of you left to get out there and to continue to fight. But remember, this could be a wall. This could be even having a little bit of skepticism or paranoia in a situation, especially if coming back to September, there's this breakthrough energy. It could feel as if there's a wall prior to breaking through, which coming into November, it could feel intangible. It could feel as if something is there, but you're unable to grasp it. You're unable to understand it. You're unable to connect with it. There could also be a lot of things you have on your plate in November, Scorpio. A lot of things on your plate, a lot of things that you have to decide what is going to be the most important. What is your priority in November? Which coming into December, there could be a burst of vitality, a burst of energy, something that leaves you at the end of the year feeling good about yourself. If it has to do with love, if it has to do with the relationships, Scorpio, I feel in December, you'll have some kind of magnetic quality to you and some kind of vitality, some kind of energy around you that people are going to be attracted to you in December. Again, this is going to be some kind of revival of energy for those of you that may be dealing with health issues in December. This could be some revival of energy, feeling good again, some potential for healing here. So in general, in 2026, again, watch out for some negative energy, bad habits, feeling trapped in a situation. The beginning of the year is looking good as far as healing, or there could be some kind of communication here, communication with somebody in a distant place. It's going to be good for groups, especially at the beginning of the year, groups and growth and expansion. Even towards July, growth and expansion, having some forward thinking plan or some plan for the future, some vision for the future. By the latter part of the year, there is going to be this wake up call, this higher calling, but could feel a little bit as if there's a block here, a block quite possibly because there's a lot of things going on. But by the end of the year, Scorpio, I feel there'll be some kind of revival of energy and some kind of revival of confidence, being confident in a situation, which is going to naturally make you attractive, naturally make you magnetic. Let's have a look at the overall theme, overall message. Oh, seek beauty. Very nice, Scorpio. Goes along with our Queen of Wands. By the end of the year, you'll have some kind of magnetic personality. Again, maintain this healing. If you're in some kind of situation, especially at the beginning of the year, which you're tapping into your own energy, self-expression, creativity, being who you are, healing some kind of aspect of your life, be careful of any kind of energy that can come in and disrupt that. Seek authenticity, seek beauty, be direct in situations, express yourself, say what it is that you need to say in any kind of situation, and heed some kind of higher calling, some kind of higher purpose, reawaken some of that energy that you have within and seek beauty in 2026. Scorpio. So those are your messages for 2026. Do let me know if you have questions or comments in the comment box below. Don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date on new videos that come out. Don't forget to like this video and check the links below for additional readings or personal readings, and have a good week.